to Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. Round 2 of biometric cards rollout continues ahead of advanced polls. PLP chairman pushing back against criticism from F&M chairman Dwayne Sands. And the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce teams up with British High Commissioner to explore global opportunities.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest. Thank you so much for tuning in. Biometric cards were the focus in Grand Bahama today. The new ID cards are part of a national rollout, but the experience varied for residents. Charlie Jones has tonight's top story.
With the date of advanced polls drawing near, biometric card distribution is taking place over several centers on Grand Bahama. But residents claim there were some hiccups with collection.
What they should do is have someone to the door with the registration form or index, check to see if your card is there. If it isn't there, then they could tell you, okay, it isn't there, when it'll be ready. But now to go on that line or to go sit down, and then when you get up there, they check to say, okay, your card isn't ready. You know, it could be a little bit more smoother than that.
They knew election was coming. I feel like this process should have been done prior to all of this to make sure everything was in place.
But parliamentary officials contend they are working their hardest to ensure a smoother flow.
We have heard the concerns of the residents as it relates to the long delay, and we have tweaked the process itself so we can have a higher turnover, better experience for our registrants.
Computer database supervisor Kitora Monroe noting the changes made to the stations across the island.
We have increased staffing and split our registrants into last name basis so we can have more persons being dealt with at the same time. Once persons come in, they can identify their areas. We have separated the areas in Marco City here at the main office and Pine Ridge, and we have from A to L and M to N.
Additionally, she adds there has been a surge in voters coming in to collect their cards, but wants to remind the public that it is not needed to vote in the 2026 general election.
With advanced poll being tomorrow, we have a high volume of persons coming in. We have a lot more persons for pickup. However, individuals can use another form of ID if they do not have their voter's card.
And adjustments seem to have made major improvements here at Parliamentary Registration Headquarters, as lines have depleted in under 20 minutes, with some voters saying they experienced a smooth process.
I walked in a few days ago. I registered. They gave me a lot of information. Came back with my voter's card. And it took 5 minutes, and I picked up my card.
So there were no hiccups?
No hiccups at all.
It was pretty easy, so I just walked right in, gave them some form of ID, waited about 10 minutes. They looked for my name on the list and signed out, and I got it.
Officials from the Parliamentary Registration Department emphasized the importance of the new biometric cards, noting they are key to modernizing the electoral process. Distribution continues even after the May 12th election. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Charlia Jones.
All eyes are focused on the advanced poll set Thursday, April 30th, 2026. The Parliamentary Registration Department is presently conducting training for returning officers who will be working on the long-anticipated day as the country prepares for the upcoming general election. Here's the breakdown. For Central Grand Bahama constituency, 948 persons are expected to cast their ballots for PLP standard bearer Park O'Deal, F&M candidate Frazette Gibson, and COI incumbent Iram Lewis. In East Grand Bahama, 1,125 persons have registered to vote in the advanced polls. The PLP standard bearer is Dr. Monique Pratt, F&M incumbent Kwesi Thompson, and COI Dexter Edwards. In the Marco City constituency, there are 969 49 voters, PLP standard bearer Eddie Wan, FNM incumbent Michael Pintard, and COI Jillian Bartlett. Pine Ridge constituency has recorded 1,071 early voters. The candidates are PLP incumbent Ginger Moxie, FNM Dr. Charlene Reed, COI Daniel Mitchell, and Frederick McAlpine independent. In West Grand Bahama constituency, there are 682 advance poll registered voters. The candidates for this area are PLP incumbent Kingsley Smith Jr., FNM candidate Omar Isaacs, and COI Tony Stubbs Albury. Over in Bimini and Berry Islands, 137 persons have signed up for the advance polls, while in Central and South Abaco, 38 persons are expected to cast their ballots, with just 43 in North Abaco. Those who qualify to vote in this special poll can do so at the various locations on Grand Bahama. Central Grand Bahama voters can cast their ballots at the City of Life, the Old Bowling Alley on Britannia Boulevard. East Grand Bahama constituency ballots will be casted at the Eric L. Sam Center, Church of the Ascension in Lucaya. Marco City constituency, Belinda M. Wilson Convention Center on Ponce de Leon Drive. The Pine Ridge constituency, Foster B. Pastina Center, Pro Cathedral of Christ the King. West Grand Bahama constituency at the 8 Mile Rock Gymnasium at the 8 Mile Rock High School. Under Regulation 8 of the Parliamentary Elections Regulation, employers are required to allow registered employees time off to vote. Workers are entitled to 2 hours in addition to their lunch break to cast their ballots. This does not apply to employees whose shift begins after 10 a.m. or ends before 4 p.m. Employers are also prohibited from deducting pay or penalizing staff for taking this time. Failure to comply is an offense with penalties up to $1,000 in fines or 6 months imprisonment. The department is urging all employers to comply fully with the law. PLP Chairman Fred Mitchell is pushing back against criticism from FNM Chairman Dwayne Sands over the distribution of relief vouchers in Abaco, insisting the assistance is nothing new and meets the ongoing needs of residents still recovering from Hurricane Dorian. Shalia Rule reports.
A war of words is intensifying between the country's two major political parties as questions swirl over the distribution of relief vouchers in Abaco just weeks before the 2026 general election. Chairman of the Progressive Liberal Party, Fred Mitchell, is firing back at claims made by Free National Movement Chairman Dwayne Sands, who has raised concerns about the timing of the assistance. Sands' comments making headlines questioning why residents of Abaco are receiving vouchers 7 years after the devastation of Hurricane Dorian and just 2 weeks ahead of the national vote. But Mitchell insists there is nothing unusual or improper about the move.
All we know is that people need assistance. We provide the support and assistance for the people. They're happy to get the assistance. We've been doing it from time immemorial, and we'll continue to carry out our mission of supporting the people.
He further maintained that there is nothing illegal about distributing aid. Mitchell also pushed back by pointing to what he described as similar actions taken in the past by the FNM.
Their leader in 1997, a man named Hubert Ingram, who is an Abaconian, by the way, got on a public platform the day before the police vote in 1997 and announced that the payment of a lump sum to the police officers on election day itself would be $1,500.
Meanwhile, the debate extends beyond the mainland in Abaco, addressing concerns about utility relief in Grand Key. Mitchell noted that residents were previously informed that outstanding electricity bills, many of which accumulated during the economic strain of the COVID-19 pandemic.
The genesis of it came from the very people who are now complaining that the bills have been forgiven. The relief has been provided to the people.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Rule.
A meeting at the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce is opening the door for local businesses to explore global trade opportunities. The Chamber, in partnership with the UK Trade Commission, hosted an information session on exporting to and importing from the United Kingdom. British High Commissioner Smina Rosati says a trade agreement between the UK and CARICOM, which includes the Bahamas, is creating greater access to the UK market and new opportunities for economic growth.
Now, if you think about the world we find ourselves in today with so much volatility, including on tariffs, this is a great agreement for businesses both in the Bahamas and in the UK to tap into. But that starts with understanding how to access those opportunities, and that's what we want to focus on here today.
Lucan O'Brien, Regional Trade for Development at Pfizer UK, explains what the CARICOM means for the Bahamas and for those interested, outlining how individuals and businesses can meet the necessary requirements.
It means you're not paying those taxes, those tariffs to enter the UK, giving you a significant leg up on alternative competitor countries which might have to pay to enter the UK market. We also can see substantial benefits in terms of liberalised services trade, meaning you're able to compete and access the UK market cheaper, easier and more efficiently. The data we've looked at also shows that these benefits are not necessarily as well known as we'd like and not necessarily as well used. So part of the reason I'm here is to make sure that people are aware and capable of using these provisions to really tap into those benefits. First off, you need to understand those tariff benefits, how they apply to your business. It's also important to understand what kind of standards and regulations might apply to your product. For example, SPS regulations apply to food and drinks, so it's important to make sure you're meeting those requirements. There's plenty of information that we're able to share on that. So you can contact us at ukinthebahamas@fcdo.gov.uk. And beyond that, I'd say really focus on your branding. It's really important in the UK to leverage that Caribbean identity, leverage that Caribbean brand, and what makes your product unique.
In news from the crime beat, police officers on Grand Bahama from the Mobile Division seized an illegal firearm and ammunition, resulting in the arrest of 4 persons on Tuesday, April 20th, 2026. Initial reports indicate that shortly before 2:00 p.m., officers were on routine patrol along with Coral Road when they observed a white Honda minibus, license plate 9677, traveling north with heavily tinted windows that obscured visibility into the vehicle. The officers stopped the vehicle and informed the driver and occupants that they were suspected of being in possession of firearms and dangerous drugs. It was during a search of the vehicle, one male suspect was found with a firearm and quantity of ammunition concealed in his groin area. As a result, all 4 occupants, 3 men and 1 woman, ages 45, 50, 51, and 53, were arrested and cautioned in connection with this matter. This matter remains under active investigation.
And still to come.
National Tripartite Council pushes for healthier workplaces through mental health seminar. Those stories, sports, and more when we return.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Dolly Madison.
Third Dimension celebrates Mom with a Mother's Day sale. Get 20% off housewares, lawn and garden, plus up to 35% off select tiles in store. Friday, May 1st and Saturday, May 2nd. Shop and save for Mom today. Use code Mother's Day to save online at thirddimension242.com. Give the gift of life at the Blood Drive this Saturday, May 2nd from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Happening at the Collab Unit, Ministry for Grand Bahama, Harold de Gregory Complex. One donation can save lives. Be there.
You're invited to the Spring Revival at the Seventh-day Adventist Church on Gambia Drive on May 2nd through the 16th at 7:15 p.m. nightly. Come and hear Dr. Henry R. Monker speak hope to our community and a world in chaos.
Eddie One, candidate for Morocco City, is reminding you to exercise your right to vote. On May 12th, make your voice count. Ready with Eddie. Choose progress. Paid for by the Progressive Liberal Party.
When your body craves the water it needs, be sure to give it the best. Aroac Springs.
Mother's Day is right around the corner, and if you're thinking about what to get her this year, make it something that lasts. At Connect Bahamas, we transform everyday spaces into something that's truly special. From custom cabinets and elegant countertops to tiles, premium flooring, windows, and doors. And just in time for Mother's Day, Connect Bahamas is back with our 35% off Mother's Day sale happening April 16th through May 16th. This is your moment to upgrade her home. Visit us today and take advantage of the savings.
Dr. Monique Pratt, the candidate for East Grand Bahama, is reminding you to exercise your right to vote on May 12th. Make your voice count at the polls. The prescription for progress. Choose progress. Paid for by the Progressive Liberal Party.
Foreign commercial banks have been closing across our islands. For thousands of Bahamians, our country's post office savings banks are a lifeline, providing safe and secure banking. But Michael Pindart says,
we will abolish the bank through the post office system.
That's a risk Bahamians can't afford. That's why the Prime Minister is making post office savings banks stronger to protect Bahamian families and small businesses who rely on them.
Me Paco come from old
you remember the bees most kill you in the boy?
Oh, Jesus.
They strand him right up by stinging right up.
I was thrown up. Very well.
Be glad to see somebody who's concerned.
I'm here.
Yes, God is good.
You're not a fine.
Yes, I know what it is.
You got our number and everything, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
All right?
Blessings to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Why politics now? After becoming an attorney, I've had the opportunity of being able to traverse different levels of the community and hearing the cry of people. And I've decided, instead of me just standing around, listening, and just being the voice at court, I've decided that I will now be the voice in Parliament. It's now that I feel it's not easy, but it's necessary.
Sealing that deal with Paco Deal. Hello. All the way. Paco.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. Sharon Martin, chairman of the National Tripartite Council, emphasized that mental well-being is just as important as physical health, noting that a supportive work environment can lead to increased productivity, improved morale, and overall job satisfaction, while adding that initiatives like this are part of a broader effort to build stronger, more resilient workplaces across Grand Bahama, reminding both employers and employees that taking care of mental health is essential, not optional.
We are focusing on psychosocial aspects of work. Too often persons forget the mental side of stuff, and so it is great that as a world, global, we can now focus in on zeroing on the fact that it is a part of decent work.
The National Tripartite Council taking steps to promote healthier workplaces across Grand Bahama, hosting a mental health seminar aimed at businesses and their employees. The initiative brought together representatives from various companies throughout the island, all with a shared goal, ensuring that mental health is not overlooked in the workplace.
Mental health is as a culture, not something that we eagerly embrace. Nevertheless, we are body, soul, and spirit. And so there are some times that we have to stop and take a look at the other aspects, because the body does not operate without the spiritual man.
A Grand Grand Bahama Church is combining faith, fitness, and fundraising this weekend. Pro Cathedral of Christ the King is teaming up with Commonwealth Bank and Doctors Hospital for a fun run walk this Saturday. Registration is $25 and will automatically enter participants to win prizes. Some include health procedures valued at more than $2,000 and gas vouchers. Organizers say this initiative is more than just exercise, but it is also a fundraising effort for the church's outreach programs.
Counselors there, persons who will pray with you, but also persons who could counsel you with whatever you may be challenged with or troubled with. Because that's what the church is here for, and that is what this event is here for.
It's not only physical, with the fun run and walk, and with the screening, it's also spiritual, it's also mental. We have places that are coming around construction. Car dealership is coming to present cars. We also have contractors, we have lawyers, we have real estate agents, and there's a kids corner once again. So while you are looking and shopping, we encourage you to come.
The morning kicks off with a warm-up at 6 a.m. with race set to begin from the church's parking lot at 6:30 a.m. The first 100 participants will receive goodie bags. Commonwealth Bank and Doctors Hospital is also bringing business to the event, with Doctors Hospital bringing specialists to conduct screenings and the bank offering special rates on mortgages, first-time homeowner purchases, and vacant land purchases.
We see ourselves as the financial doctors. So you would have heard about the health and holistic side of things, where you take care of the body, mind, and spirit. Commonwealth Bank is going to assist in taking care of the financial aspects of it.
We salute our Facebook friend of the day, Tianado Martin Barrow. Thank you so much for your support. Shane, what's happening in the world of sports?
Well, Drew, we've got a major local track and field meet coming up next week. Plus, we got highlights from Grand Bahama flag football.
Nice, thanks.
Right.
Don't go away. Sports comes your way next, right after this break.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Ginger Moxie, candidate for Pine Ridge, is reminding you to exercise your right to vote on May 12th. Make your voice count at the polls. Ginger for the people, choose progress. Paid for by the Progressive Liberal Party.
Give the gift of life at the blood drive this Saturday, May 2nd from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Happening at the CoLab Unit, Ministry for Grand Bahama, Harold de Gregory Complex. One donation can save lives. Be there. Parco Deal, candidate for Central Grand Bahama, is reminding you to exercise your right to vote on May 12th. Make your voice count at the polls. Seal the deal with Parco Deal. Choose progress. Paid for by the Progressive Liberal Party.
It used to be when one line faulted, the whole neighborhood went dark. Now, this device sends a pulse, finds the problem, and reroutes power, so more homes stay connected. Upgrades like this one are reducing outages and transforming our grid, making it stronger and smarter. That means more reliable power, lower operating costs, and lower bills. Instead of short-term patches or temporary fixes, we're building a modern new grid.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Welcome to the ZNS Total Sports Cave, everyone. I'm Shane Stubbs. The track and field season rolls on, and next up, the 5th annual Fast Track Spring Fling hitting the Grand Bahama Sports Complex May 8th to the 9th. It's a 2-day event featuring every field and track event you can imagine, so fans won't be left wanting, according to Coach Ravano Ferguson. Tossing it over to the gridiron, the Grand Bahama Flag Football League rolling into week 4 this past Sunday. Despite not having starting QB Leon Cooper Jr., the Three Lakes Bad Boys would roll to a shutout win, remaining undefeated so far this season. They get the W 27-0 over the Fidelity Bulldogs. The Connect Shipping Jets would bounce back strongly from last week's loss. They take advantage of the short-handed Sky's the Limit Rock Boys, shutting them out 32-0 to improve to 2-1 on the season. And the Powerade Knights would pick up their first win of the season. They take on the Freeport Container Port Stalkers and get the W 25-0. And in ladies' action, the Arena Vixens prevailed in a defensive battle over the LWA Wolverines, adding another W 7-0. And lastly, VJ Edgecombe and the Philadelphia 76ers still have a pulse, down 3-1 with their backs against the wall. And on the road in Game 5, the Sixers would stave off elimination versus the Boston Celtics, picking up a crucial 113-97 win. Joel Embiid was the star of the show with 33 points, 4 boards, and 8 dimes, but VJ would chip in with 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists of his own. Game 6 takes place in Philly on Friday evening as the Sixers hope to send the series back to Boston for a Game 7. And that's your sports fix this evening. Your local forecast is next. I'm Shane Stubbs, and like William James said, this is what you do makes a difference, because it does.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Kingsley Smith Jr., candidate for West Grand Bahama, is reminding you to exercise your right to vote on May 12th. Make your voice count at the polls. It's still one love. Choose progress. Paid for by the Progressive Liberal Party.
Foreign commercial banks have been closing across our islands. For thousands of Bahamians, our country's post office savings banks are a lifeline, providing safe and secure banking. But Michael Pindart says,
we will abolish the bank through the post office system.
That's a risk Bahamians can't afford. That's why the Prime Minister is making post office savings banks stronger to protect Bahamian families and small businesses who rely on them.
We wanted to introduce persons that have never been in the gym into the gym. And the way we do that is by bringing them into a boot camp, introducing them to like cardio on the road, core training, aerobics training, and stuff like that. And then we introduce them slowly into a little bit of training in the gym. So eventually they can graduate into going to the gym. That's the whole purpose of NASFIT boot camp.
My name is Danica, a.k.a. Pretty Lifted.
My name is Nika Udit. I'm from Trinidad.
Morning by Johnny here. My role is just to push and motivate clients to get through the workout. No matter what it is, you push yourself and commit.
With the first one we did, the community loved it because we put out all those results.
It's going to be fun. You're going to get in shape. And 1 foot in the door is better than none.
It's summers in 2 months, so let's go. I'm an official trainer at the NASFIT Boot Camp.
I'm an upcoming trainer at the NASFIT Boot Camp. You don't want to miss this. See you there.
I'm Coach Allstate. I'm one of the official trainers in the upcoming boot camp. You can reach us at 806-4238 or 458-5775. WhatsApp or call.
#1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
I'm Shane Stubbs.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight, coming your way next.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, added assurances tonight from the National Security Minister that the upcoming election will be safe and secure amid reports to the contrary. Plus, the do's and don'ts of Election Day, what guardrails are in place to ensure free, fair, and transparent poll day. And a welcomed addition to BAMSI's North Andros campus. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. With advanced polling just hours away, there are questions about the accuracy of the voters' register. But government officials insist the system remains secure and that any errors will not impact the outcome. Our Leah Cooper starts us off tonight.
Following reports of multiple errors in the voters' register, National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Munro, is assuring voters at the Office of the Prime Minister that the entire voting process is transparent. His prepared statement comes amid reports of voters appearing on the register having future birth dates, underage entries, and possible duplicate registrations. And with advanced polling just hours away, Minister Munro says this.
Our electoral system is built with multiple overlapping layers of safeguards. Before a ballot is ever issued, voters must present proper identification and be matched against the official register. The counterfoil for each ballot must match. Election officials are trained, they are observed, and they are accountable.
Minister Munro adds that every political party and independent government and opposition alike are entitled to have agents present at every polling station. That includes advanced polls on Thursday.
And they will be watching every voter, every ballot, and every step of the count. That is their reason for being in the room every second of the entire advanced poll and the actual poll day.
He adds that international observers were invited long ago, and where errors arise, they'll be documented and corrected through a, quote, refined process across decades of practice. This statement also follows the Parliamentary Registration Department on Tuesday, also acknowledging the presence of, quote, typographical errors and a system-related glitch in the current voter register, noting that these issues are not consequential to the outcome of the election.
A typographical error in the register does not change a single ballot or a single result. The person must appear. They must present their card. It must be matched against the counterfoil. In that way, such errors are caught, recorded, and corrected.
Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson is on record on multiple occasions assuring that the Parliamentary Registration Department has been working over an extended period of time to clean the voters' register. Minister Munro's asking any voter with concerns to report them through the proper channels. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Well, last night it was Central Andros. Tonight, the governing Progressive Liberal Party shares its message to supporters in North Andros before resting up a bit here in the capital, before jetting off to San Salvador for its final rally for the week. With the details of tonight's link-up, we go now to our Corval Piper.
Election Eve here in North Andros, Makushla, and the horns are blowing. The motorcade now coming down the street here in North Andros. The folks here are ready. I'll move out of the shot, give you a look at what is ahead. I've heard folks here in North Andros say they have not seen this many cars ever before on the streets of North Andros, so they are expecting this to be a big night. This just the night after the PLP took its Choose Progress message to Central Andros. Another rally, another round of attacks.
The author of that book, Politics, is Michael Quintard himself.
Prime Minister Davis before supporters in Central Andros Tuesday night, charging that under a Quintard-led government, jobs would be gone.
Last time the FM came into office, they fired 2,500 public service workers. And they celebrated putting these 2,500 Bahamian families into hardship. They celebrated that. And now they want to come back and do it all over again.
He again warned of what reset really means to the FNM.
They want you to choose reset. That's their new way of saying stop, review, and cancel.
And making his own pitch about progress to Androsians.
We are upgrading the water systems in North Andros and South Andros so that every household on these islands gets clean, reliable water.
Keep it on nets. And Mucushla, as we come back live again, this motorcade now is heading to Queen's Park at the Morgan Bluff regatta site where the PLPs, ahead of election tomorrow, advanced polling tomorrow, are going to rally here in North Andros. Again, the message, choose progress. A lot of cars on the street. Here they come. They are coming down. Mucushla PLP is planning for a big night here. Reporting live from North Andros for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom, back in studio to you, Mucushla.
Well, thanks so much, Corval. Meantime, the Free National Movement heading south tonight to a Family Island constituency the party is counting on keeping in the winning column when the votes are returned and counted. Among the speakers expected to hit the stage, the FNM's candidate for Long Island, Dr. Andre Rollins, along with party leader Michael Pintard, who last evening sent out an SOS, Save Our Sovereignty, amid questions of credibility, accountability, and trust heading into the high-stakes May 12th poll day. Lloyd Allen is on that island with his trusted cameraman, Victor Adderley. Listen in, Lloyd.
Well, of course, good evening, Mucushla, and good evening, Bahamas. We're joining you tonight from Salt Pond in Long Island, where in a matter of moments, the Free National Movement will be showcasing its island-wide rally. Now, this event tonight showcasing a number of speakers, including party leader Michael Pintard, the Member of Parliament for the candidate for the area, that's Andre Rollins, the North Abaco candidate, Therese Poodle, and former Member of Parliament for this area, Larry Cartwright. Now, already a significant crowd is starting to build here at this site, and they're hoping for a significant turnout. Now, that's similar to last night's rally at the Bailey Park, where party officials described an onslaught against the government, listing a number of receipts on challenges they've had over the past 4.5 years.
In the midst of an election, swearing in a number of people to entice their families that more of this is to come. If it was legitimate, we didn't have a problem. A vote for the FNM is a vote for a team that will fix a broken system and remove those that seek to corrupt it.
Free National Movement Elizabeth candidate Heather Hunt also adding more details behind the voter card fraud debacle, claiming 2 residents in her constituency were found either in possession of illegal voter cards as well as wanted by police for passport fraud and possession of illegal documents.
We were walking in Elizabeth and we knocked on a door. You heard about it on social media. You read about it in the newspaper. We found a foreign national with 2 voters' cards. She was charged, she was fined, she was barred from voting in the election and barred from ever registering for the next 3 years. But guess what, FNMs? Today, her name remains on the parliamentary registry.
FNM Killarney candidate Michael Barnett Ellis also alleging ongoing cloudiness surrounding the Pike deal, as well as claims of nepotism in the issuance of government contracts.
Why is the Minister of Energy hiding from direct questions about the Pike deal? A deal they say was a sale, but the public still can't get a straight answer. And now, Pike itself is walking away. We have over $250 million in no-bid contracts gone out the door.
The event culminating with hundreds of supporters and a clarion call for government accountability and the protection of the nation's sovereignty.
Now, back here in Long Island, officials expect that this event will start promptly at 8 p.m. And this, of course, on the heels of advanced polls, which starts tomorrow. They hope that this thrust will go straight into May 12th in the country's next general elections. Reporting here from Saw Pond, Long Island. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen. Makushla, back to you.
Well, thanks, Lloyd. National Security Minister, the Honorable Maine Monroe's firing back meantime at claims made by the Free National Movement Elizabeth candidate Heather Hunt. Hunt last evening, as you just heard, raised concerns about a foreign national with 2 voters' cards being charged, fined, and barred from voting in the election, still on the voters' register.
Is Heather Hunt saying that they're going to sit down when the name is called and watch that person be given a ballot?
No, she said they were still.
Now, is she going to sit down when the name is called, the person is given a ballot, her agent is going to sit down and watch that? My agent will not sit down and watch that. The COI's agent will not sit down and watch that. The FNM is making excuses. They're saying they're not going to bring it to the attention of the parliamentary register, and their agents are going to be completely delinquent.
Coming up, the do's and don'ts of Election Day. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
The world is changing. It's bringing new challenges, but also new opportunities. The truth is, our economy always left too many Bahamians out. Now we're opening new doors in agriculture, tourism, energy, entrepreneurship, providing grants, scholarships, national service, and upskilling. A new generation is rising, and we're finally moving in the right direction, building an economy that includes everyone.
Whether you need life insurance, an endowment plan, or health insurance, BAF has you for all stages of your life.
Well, you're looking at a shot there of Woodcock Primary School in the Bain and Grantstown community, and that shot, as always, courtesy of our drone pilot, Shane Gibson. Welcome back. The first real test for candidates vying for a seat in Parliament will come early Thursday morning as thousands of registered voters turn out to cast their ballot in the advance poll. Less than 2 weeks before, well over 150,000 others follow suit. Newly minted Christian Council President Pastor Mario Moxie is among religious leaders admonishing voters to seek God's guidance ahead of marking their acts.
Go before the Lord and really put the matter before God. We say that we pray about things, but we actually don't take the correct steps. We go into prayer with our minds made up, and I would want to encourage individuals to seek God. You know, allow yourself to hear what the Lord is speaking in your heart, and who knows what that may turn out to be, but at least you would have allowed yourself to be directed by the Holy Spirit.
Well, the United States government, among the many international observers monitoring the May 12th general election, the America's lead representative here explained to a special media group today why this is so important to sustaining diplomatic relations between both countries. Aldavisa Munnings was part of that group. She joins us in studio tonight with the details.
And good evening to you. For Bahamian journalists, all alumni of the United States State Department's International Visitor Leadership Program sat down Wednesday with United States Ambassador His Excellency Herschel Walker to discuss a myriad of issues, some off the record, others on. The ambassador's ultimate goal, to become better educated about the country's media landscape and what Americans need to do to bolster U.S.-Bahamas relations. Now, during the candid conversation, Ambassador Walker, who's held down the post now for 5 months, discussed the significance of the United States government watching the work of the May 12th general elections.
We try to work with the government, no matter who wins, who loses. We try to work with the government and try to make what's better for the U.S. Because, like I said, this relationship got to be strong for the U.S. So whoever wins this election, Herschel Walker in the inner city is going to work with her. America is safe, the Bahamas is going to be safe. If America is going to be strong, the Bahamas is going to be strong. You know, we just said the majority of the people here are tourism are from America. So, you know, they're a big part of the GDP. So that's the way I look at it.
Concerns surrounding campaign finance legislation, another issue pitched to Ambassador Walker, who stressed the U.S. government has its own elections to worry about. Still, what surprised the U.S. ambassador about the Bahamas elections was this conversation he recently had with his Bahamian security detail.
I couldn't believe that some of the people were relatives that they were running against were friends. Like, they go to dinner, they're nice to each other. You know, in the States, some of them, they're not even nice to each other. They were nice to each other. And he said, why do you think that's so different? I said, because I never seen them like that. I said, in the States, they're not nice to each other. He said, you know, the country comes before the party does. That is a very strong and a very true statement. The country should come before the party.
As he's still learning about the Bahamas as the top American diplomat, Ambassador Walker is working very hard every day to further solidify relations between his home country and the Bahamas. Reporting in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altaviz Munnings. Back to you.
Well, thanks, Alzul. Now, with just hours until the advanced polls, Edna's News is taking a look at the rules governing broadcasting at a time when heightened attention is focused on the media. Should these rules be broken, the media can be directed to proactive transgression, face a fine, or on the extreme end, even have their license revoked. Cleopatra Murphy shares the details.
The Utilities Regulation and Competition Authority is changing with the times, tweaking what is and is not allowed in broadcast coverage to meet the ever-changing demands of journalism and the news cycle. The body is given focus to 3 pillars of regulation, factoring in digital and tech expansion to focus on the increasing importance of social media in information dissemination, election period rules that go into effect once Parliament is dissolved, and polling day protocol, shifting from silence on election day to what is now considered relaxed silence.
Previously, people would have been, there would be no discussion, no political anything on a polling day or election day. That has changed in that there can be discussion, but there can't be any partisanship, candidates, or political ads or broadcasts up until the time that all of the polls are closed.
Today, the regulator allows punditry and news analysis. Changes regulatory manager for broadcasting at IRCA, Bradley Gibson, says were made along with industry professionals.
Why should the persons that are trained and experienced and have the knowledge to report more accurately than, just anybody who has a computer be excluded from discussing matters of national importance at a time such as an election day?
When it comes to social media and the use of artificial intelligence, he says broadcasters must have the same commitment to accuracy. While political ads are in heavy rotation during campaign season, they are not allowed on election or polling day. Broadcasters are also prohibited from sharing the results or purported results of voting in any constituency until all polls are closed in that constituency.
If there are extenuating circumstances where a poll cannot be closed and that persists for 24 hours, then IRCA can step in and make a ruling one way or the other in terms of what can be broadcast in that case.
What remains consistent, Gibson says, is a commitment to truth and accurate reporting, calling on journalists to avoid mixing their personal passions with the executions of their jobs. As he says, it's not just a matter of personal integrity, but national development. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Are you better off today? Brave Davis and his cronies are. Extravagant taxpayer-funded trips, a luxury car for Philip, and hundreds of millions in no-bid contracts for their allies. But for us, gas and groceries through the roof, VAT on bread basket items, healthcare broken and unaffordable, and illegal immigrants flooding our communities. While Brave Davis and his cronies keep getting ahead, we pay the price. Under the F&M, that changes, because their job is to work for you.
For life's everyday to-dos, digital payments help keep things moving. Instead of worrying about carrying enough cash, your debit or credit card connects you directly to your bank, giving you secure, real-time access to your funds wherever you shop. Instead of worrying about carrying enough cash, your debit or credit card connects you directly to your bank. It's so easy that even a child can do it. The future of pay is digital.
Five cars, catch the keys, don't blink, take these.
Island Luck is giving away 5 brand new cars. Earn 10 reward points for a chance to enter and win. Enter weekly from Monday 12 a.m. to Sunday 2 p.m. Winners are announced Sundays at 3 p.m. on 103.5 The Beat and Island Luck Socials. 5 cars, 5 weeks. The more you play, the better your chances. Visit islandluck.com for more information. Catch the keys only at Island Luck. Must be 18 and over. Island Luck reminds you that it's only a game, so please game responsibly.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
The week moves fast. Move smart with KFC. Monday, start with crunchy deals. Tuesday, you already know, it's crazy. Wednesday, don't break the 20. Thursday, grab the Rap Star for $8.95. Friday, you made it. Grab the Crunchy Deals Value Box for $9.95. Saturday night, we got you covered. And Sunday, no stoves today. The fill-up box feeds the family. Outsmart the week with KFC.
Welcome back to The Movement, your energy and transport briefing. Across the islands, MOET is helping Bahamians take control of their future through the Post Office Savings Bank. It's simple, reliable, and designed for everyone, no matter which island you call home. The Post Office isn't just for mail. It's also home to a hidden gem called the Savings Bank. With just $3.15, you can make a huge difference towards your future finances. Come, let me show you how it works. Saving doesn't have to be complicated. From first-time savers to parents planning ahead, the Post Office Savings Bank has been helping Bahamians put a little aside, safely, securely, and close to home.
The Post Office Savings Bank is a thrift bank established by the Bahamas government to assist all Bahamians to save.
Opening an account is easy, and the bank is designed for everyone, no matter your goals. An upcoming trip, school expenses, or just a little peace of mind.
It's completely free to save with us. There are no fees attached to your accounts. There's no service fee, no VAT fee, and no withdrawal fee. Plus, our interest is unbeatable. 5% on all of our accounts. We are also located on every family island where our post office is.
No complications, no hidden fees. Just a simple, reliable way to save at your pace wherever you are.
You just have to be a Bahamian citizen or a Bahamian resident. All you need is a passport, voter's card, or driver's license, and an NIV, and a minimum of $3 to open an account. We offer 3 different types of accounts: organizational, which is a non-profit, individual account, and joint account.
I'm Erin Scavella, and this is The Movement, your energy and transport briefing. Small steps today can turn into big savings tomorrow. Start saving, start simple, and start right where you are.
The Bahamas Agriculture and Marine Science Institute, or BAMSI, marking a huge milestone in its now 12-year history. Today, BAMSI held an opening and dedication ceremony for its new classroom cluster and dormitory at its North Andros campus. New classrooms, computer and science labs with spaces for research, as well as fully furnished dorms in state-of-the-art facilities, all await incoming students at the institute. Prime Minister Davis and Agriculture Minister, the Honourable Jomo Gamble, among officials hailing the moment as a significant step forward in strengthening BAMSI's capacity to serve the country.
The investment in BAMSI reflects my administration's commitment to developing our family islands, ensuring that opportunity is not confined to New Providence alone, but shared across our entire nation.
This is truly more than the opening of a facility. It is an investment in the future of agriculture and marine resources in our country.
Well, we now toss it to Royston and Marlena for a sneak peek of Access Now, the softer side, or some may call it the more exciting side of news.
We're going to be talking a bit more about the yummy side tonight because the Long Islanders Association Fair is coming up this weekend.
It is.
And I know I've got a lot of questions about what's on the menu because personally, that's really what stole my heart. Trying mutton for the first time.
I'm going to say this now. Long Island has some of the best food, if not the best food I've had in the country. And I know they have a big raffle prize. I'm very excited to see what it is.
What is the raffle prize?
What is the raffle prize?
I'm going to be getting you those details, so if you haven't got any raffle tickets yet.
It's time to get them now.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited to hear more about that from the Long Islanders. So stay with us, the Bahamas Tonight. The National Report continues after this.
Like, what are you grabbing all these pizzas, plate? Wait, Marco's, plate. They have a special on all day large, one topping pizzas, plate. Pineapple. All. Barbecue. All. Hey, that included, but I need the $10 special plate. How many of them would you like? 20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marco's got that deal, but
The world is changing. It's bringing new challenges, but also new opportunities. The truth is, our economy always left too many Bahamians out. Now we're opening new doors in agriculture, tourism, energy, entrepreneurship, providing grants, scholarships, national service, and upskilling. A new generation is rising, and we're finally moving in the right direction, building an economy that includes everyone.
Let's make this moment last forever. Let's start a family together. With a house, a car, and kids. Oh, I love the way we live. I got it covered. BAF has got me covered. So live your life. BAF for life. So live your life. BAF for life. So live your life. BAF for life. BAF has got you covered. I know it.
Our forests are one of our most precious and important resources. Forests pump out oxygen we need to live and absorbs the carbon dioxide we breathe out. Forests help keep the earth cool. Forests are home to birds, butterflies, and other important wildlife. Forests prevent droughts. Forests help reduce air pollution and also muffles noise pollution. Forests act as a shield against natural disasters. Forests are a source of income for many Bahamians.
The Bahamas Forestry Unit protects and sustainably manages forests throughout the Bahamas.
For our environment.
For our health.
For our livelihood.
For future generations.
For us.
That there does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.